Hello everyone. Okay, so this time I'm gonna talk about my senior project. So my senior project I had chose to do with the website for promoting food and beverage for a retail store. So to start, I so to start, I wanna thank you and say I am very grateful to Dr. Ling Su for creating the whole semester a very productive senior project course. And by pushing and making us reporting our process each week, that really helped us to push back the procrastinations and delaying so we can focus more on our projects and keep up with the good reporting like every weeks after weeks. And by watching and following with my classmates, I have seen many great opportunities and many great fascinating projects as well, and that also encouraged me to work harder toward my project as well. And I also want to thank you, Dr. Ting Jiang, for being a great mentor for me, and I'm very grateful as you have chosen me as one of your mentees. And personally, I got this idea about working on this project thanks to you after like I taking your web programming class. I got the inspirations to work on building a website as well. So thank you very much. So let me talk about briefly about what my project is about. So my website is called Yummy Chan. So Yummy Chan is a website to help promote and help develop the business for an food and beverage store that focus on food, selling food and beverage. So the idea came to me after I took the web programming class with Dr. Zhang, and me and my friends, we both went to a good, very good restaurant, but however, it is so new. And I talked with the owners of the store that they don't even have a website. Their marketings are super slow and not very effective. So I asked them what can I do for them. So they said like, oh, like we hope to have a website for our store so we can help promote it better, and even with updating the features for you, the customer can place orders in the future. So that gave me several ideas. So the website should be, as I said right here, it should be a user-friendly interface with stunning and attractive views. And it also can allow the user to check and search and select menu for order. It should display many pictures of the beverage or the dishes on the menu, like with the descriptions. So like it could describe for the customer what the products is about and what ingredients they have in it. So like some of the customer may have allergies or something like that. They need to track on the ingredients for their health issues. And yeah, and it should display and giving the baristas or the chefs a little honors, like thank you, saying thank you for their hard works. This can also prove to the customer that the restaurant does focus on the quality of the products. So by hiring very good employees, and also it can help the visitors to read and leave the reviews on their website. And also, this is quite unique. I just think about it after several tests on the website during the senior projects, and it can allow visitors to customize and personalize their setting as well. So the project was, however, due to the lack of time and the time management, I could only finish the front end part due to many classes I have this semester, and also with a very heavy time management as well, and time is quite rushing. So this project I will only focus on the front end part because I want to deliver the very good front end and attractive one, not like half and half. Is quite not my style of working as well. So in this project, I'm gonna talk about the front end and explain it thoroughly about the constructions and the tools through the HTML and CSS and JavaScript that I have applied to build this very front end that I'm very proud of. Okay, so brief explanations of what the Yummy Challenge front end contains. So the front end of Yummy Challenge consists of 3 main buttons on the front page. So the home buttons, the menu buttons, and the setting buttons they're all put in the navigation bars, which is called nav bar. And beside the nav bar, we also have a sidebar, which is like a button that can be, when you click on it, it can allow you to open the sidebar from the side of the page. For responsive features, like if the browser changes the size, like if the customer minimizes it or maximizes it, they can also choose the option to open the sidebar for their convenience as well. And also, it will come with the main sections, which is called the hero sections. It will also have like a B member, which explain all the benefits of joining the membership of the store. Also, it will have like code sections, the menu sections, and the setting page as well. So let's start up with the setup. So the setup is for this front end demands several libraries to be installed. Several libraries could be simply installed by typing like commands in the terminals, which in here I use is the Visual Studio Code. So at first we need to install the React libraries. Like after you download the Node.js library and done with setting up, you can simply type in npm I space I and dot to install a React library. You really need this. Without that, the program wouldn't be working. And also you need to have a several package of icons here, as you can see, npm I save font awesome, free solid icons, free regular icons, which is I use the free one. So because I don't have much money to spend on the icons, which they charge quite pricey for, really good icons. But here I just use the free one, which is quite sufficient and quite enough for the project as well. And also the React router DOM, which is like a link to connect all the buttons together in the main page, which I will dig deeper later as well. So after successfully compile, we just need to put in the terminal of the VS Code that npm start to see how the project will gonna be in one of the local browser as well, which is quite that feature I quite enjoying when working with like other React JS library as well. Quite convenient. You don't have to actually have to press play or something like that. Just simply put npm start and then everything will automatically run for you. And also when you change the code, they can immediately update it what happened in the browser as well. You don't have to wait until and then hit the replay or debug anything as well. Also for the backup of the code, we need to publish the code. So a GitHub link would help very useful for storage of all the code and reusability later in future. Like if any code in the future might not working or might have some big errors that take too much time to fix it, we can trace back and then for the older version when things is not didn't happen or debugs didn't happen, or even though we can find like the first commit from the program as well. So this is the GitHub part is what I learned from the software engineer class as well. So okay, so let's begin with the nav bar and the sidebar. So the nav bar and the sidebar is all about navigation bar. So let's start with a reference, which I cited from research. So according to Van Sake and Lin, they study the effects of varied background contrast and navigation frame structures, and they came to conclusion that the frames on the top left or top of the screen contribute a greater performance. So we're gonna follow that one when we're building the project as well. So the navigation bar should be on the left and the top of the screen when you open it. So let's start at first up the project. So the navigation bar for the Yummy chart in here, we decided to call it nav bar in the setup folder tree. So the folder name is navbar.js, which consists of navbar container with the Yummy chart logo and the navbar links. So it does contains a control class function to help open and close sidebar as well. The class of the div elements is determined by the value of show sidebar. So if the show sidebar is true and the class sidebar button is activated, then the sidebar can open. Otherwise, only sidebar button is applied. This is what it looks like in the main programs as well. Here you can see the component structures of all the trees folders as well. Here, as you can see here, which is the source sidebar, the set source sidebars. At first, yeah, it's gonna stay false. So it means when it stays false, it means the sidebar is closed. And here is all the links that we're gonna use to link with the button later. Here is the home button. When you click on it, you're gonna return home, and when the menu button is gonna open the menu and setting for the setting as well. So this is another part of the navbar function. So here is the function about the showing sidebars. So the close sidebar is set so sidebar as not show sidebar. So the show sidebar is means close, it closed right now. So the navbar container, which is consist of the logo to the yummy chart, which is this one, the yummy chart. And then it contains of the mapping links, which is stated to be activated when you click on the logo as well. So the sidebar also contains that 3 part, which is the 3 button as well. Okay, so the sidebar is the connection connected by importing the links components and use location to hook from the React Route to DOM library, indicating that this sidebar is designed for use in React application with client-side routing. So the links array is mapped over to generate a series of link components from the React Route to DOM. And here, as you can see, as I mentioned above, is where the sidebar is about. So this is the React Route to DOM. This is a sidebar link, which all states is closed. So there's a connection to it with the mapping links as like the navigation bar as well. As you can see here, that's what the navigation bar actually looks like. On top of it, it stays on top of the website. It has the logo here. It has the button for the sidebar as well, open the sidebar as well. This is what this looks like when the page is minimized. And when you click on it, as you can see here, the icons has already changed to an X1, and right here is showing up the 3 options as well, which is here is what the sidebar looks like. So following up with the main sections. So the main sections is called hero sections in the program, consists of image, beverage, title, and introductions, and the paragraph for the store to like introduce themselves to the customer, what they are about, and also the mapping links connection method to connect all the effects for the image in it as well. And also we generated a button called Explore Now, which like can be used later for open a menu or attracts the attention of the customers as well. Here is what it looks like in the function. So here is the function of the hero sections. So it contains all of the image here of the products. And later it has the title and it has a paragraph which the store used to introduce about themselves. And right here is the class name for to control and customize for a picture and get images as well. So right here, I want to mention about the customize sections that we use as CSS. CSS is like sassy cascading style sheet. So it's like a better version of CSS, but is here for this part I want to mention is more special than others, is that it has contained an animation, because I have decided that if the image or the pictures have the animation, it would gain more attraction from the customers. So here I have choose to design the pop-outs. Like the picture's gonna pop out with different setting about with times for the animation delays as well. So right here, as you can see, this is the numbers of the pictures. So they are labeled different with different times. This is what it's gonna look like. So because right here you cannot see how the pictures look like, but here you can see when maybe later when I run the program, you can see how the pictures kind of show up to you, pop up to you as well. So let's moving on to the membership joining section. So the membership joining sections part of the front end share many features like the main sections, just at the titles, or also the mapping links with the images as well. The list here, instead of the image, it only contains one image, but right now we switch to lines of benefits, like to explain to the customer what kind of benefits they will receive when they become like a member of the stores, a regular member of the stores. So like we can also, I want to prove that not only the image can have the animation and information, like we can make rather like give them the whole essay to read, which is gonna make the line of the membership joining benefits more attractive to them, and it also gonna help highlight the lines of benefit with by adding the animation for them as well. So moving on to the function. So right here we can see which is the function of the B members. So here it had a list of containing all the benefits, and right here it has, as you can see, still same with the titles and the mapping links to help mapping it with all the effects and animation later as well. But here it also has a button which is called join us. And as you can see here, as the is the customizations for the benefits as well. And right here, as you can see, they are setting to have animation during, which is called, I chose as slide in right. They're gonna be set with the one equation for the animation about the times as well, which is like 0.2 second. And here, after all of that combined, this is how it's gonna looks like. Like as I mentioned before about the pictures and image from the main sections. Like when you refresh or run the website, this gonna show up and slides in, all the letters gonna slides in. And we are planning to have, like when you click on the join us now, it's gonna pop up another page which led you to register, type in your personal information, and then you can register it, which is I didn't have much time to work on it, so I will save it later for the future plan as well. And also automatic features shared, so I wouldn't bother too much times explaining them. So I'm just gonna briefly go through them right here. So which is, as you can see here, this is called the code sections. Code section it is like a code from a great well-known chef that may have visited the store or one of the best chefs. Like many store I have visited have like a super very catchy phrase to attract customers to their stores. Many actually put the pictures of the chefs or well-known celebrities when they visited their stores as well for like merchandise and commercial as well. Another part is the chef sections. So this is what the chef section has about. They have the pictures of the chef, they have the names, they have their recipe counts, and they even have like the cuisine styles as well. And also it's gonna have the links to their social media as well when they connected. The chef sections works as more like table for employee of the month. It can help honor them how hard they're working and encourage them to work harder for the stores as well. Like they're gonna be famous if they see their pictures pop up in the website as well. Encourage them to work harder and satisfy more with the customer as well. So let's just go briefly through the chef sections here. As you can see here, there's a whole chef card infos. There's chef name, chef recipe count, chef cuisine style, and all the icons of the social website. And another part is the footer. So the footer is just about like a copyrights of the store commercial stores, as I learned that many e-commerce or many website actually have this, so they advised me to put it in as well. At first I didn't plan to put this because I think it doesn't quite necessary for the whole websites as well. So but right here is gonna show up. They advised me to put it in if I really want to run a very legal website as well. Here is all the copyrights, and here is the contact us or with all the contact info, their email, their telephone numbers, their address, and also their social media. When you click on it, one of the social media is gonna pop up their links as well. So okay, let's moving on to menu sections. So menu sections has, according to Beyond Menu, like the way text, image, and the linking system are presented on the screen is essentially what the menu design is all about. It offers a contextual and constructural models for defining the communication between the users and the system, as well as the logical and functional arrangement of the user interface components. Okay, so for the menu sections of the stores of the website, we have decided it should follow what Dr. Min Yu has stated above, that it should contain of the image for the graphic and the description of each dish, which will inform the customer to know what the ingredients are. So because right here in the US, many actually customers came from over the world, so some of them might have health issues or with the components inside, so they need to know and concern about the health when they're choosing the right drinks or the right food as well. So it's a great idea to briefly explain what they have inside of it dish. And also they will give honor to or credit to the chef behind the idea about the dish as well. And also it will have an order now button, which will let the customer later put into a shopping cart and add it, and it can link to the backend links as well, which is also in the future features we're gonna develop in the later for the convenience of the customers. And also a shared box will be added. If the menu row too long, then the customers just simply type in and search for their orders for their convenience and saving times as well. And it will also have like reviews, like a history search of the customer as well. So we started with the search box. So this is class name for search box. The function of the review search contain of searches, which all the menu items in there they have. And also it will have like a review search. So the review search still have the mapping links to links all with the animation delay as well and all the effects as well. So this is what it looks like for the review search. As you can see here, I have set it up as to be balanced and in the frame of the front end as well. And also it will have the animation sliding right as well. So the menu, moving on to the menu card. So the menu cards actually have a whole function, and it should have the menu image of the dish. It should have like the info, the author image, which is the chef image, who is behind the idea of it, and the menu title, which is the name of the dish, the menu descriptions. Here, in order to save time, I just put blah, 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 which is quite funny because I didn't have time to write much about it. So right here is gonna have like an order button, which is gonna link to later gonna be expand and links to the backend as well. So right here is about the menu container. So the menu container actually have like a menu website and the card as well, which is mainly about the balancing and of the column in each items. You don't want to be too close and you don't want to be too far, and want to be too big and want to be too small. And here is how the menu section kind of looks like. So here is the review search, which as you can see in the snack bar, I've tested out. And also here is the matcha milk tea and strawberry milk tea with a order button as well, descriptions, everything good. Also, I want to mention that if you try to refresh the space, is they're gonna have like a randomized method. So every time you refresh the page, the new items gonna show up each time, even though like them. So all the items here are gonna pop up, help surprising the customer as well. So let's moving on to the setting page. So the setting page is what probably make this project more unique compared to other website projects. Like since during the process of building the front end, we actually met and talk with many reviewers and testers, and some of them gave us some feedbacks that they are not satisfied with the default customizations, like is not matching their styles. So after considering for a while, we have decided to add the setting page to let the user customize their own favorite website customizations as well, for their convenience as well. So the setting page is mostly about changing the background color, the text color, and the size and the speed of the animations, which is you can see right here in the list. And there's user effects to call it all the properties you have here inside the list as well. Here's is the several function which help the customization really works as well. Here you can see the change theme. Here you can see the change color. And here you can see change font size. Also, right here you can see there's the customization between the theme as well. As you can see here, the theme you can choose between light and the dark as well. Is really for their convenience as well. Some might prefer light theme, some maybe prefer dark theme. Also, here is the change the font size of the font size. As we encounter many of the adult one, they actually very hard to read the letters. Sometimes they want the letters to be bigger, so we gonna demonstrate it later as well. And also the speed of the customization. Some maybe not catch up and may not see the speed of the animation, so they want to slow it down or they want to move it faster. It depends on them. We created for their own convenience. And here is the customization box for it. As you can see here is the check. We have a little check, which when you check on the button, it's gonna show up. Click on the button, it's gonna show up the check mark to make sure where you stay on, or which theme are you choosing right now. As you can see here, this is what the theme looks like. And here's the check mark as well. As you can see here, right here, I'm checking on the pink color. And right here, I'm checking on medium animation speed. I chose as the medium as well. But right now, I can choose the theme of the Rhyme theme, which is the dark one. And right now, I'm choosing purple. But the font size still keep as the medium. If I want large, I can click on large. If I want small, I can click on small. And also, it's gonna affect with the main home button as well. Not only that setting page as well, as you can see. And after all, everything is gonna be put inside an app.js, which is like a main function for it, which allow to collect and connect all the features they have up the main front and have and put it together as well. As you And during the website functions, I want to talk about is the bug and challenge as well. So here is one of the bug we encountered during the website. As you can see here, like when you choose open the sidebar is working really good, but right here, somehow the sidebar button just disappeared. And also the shadow page right here cover through the page somehow didn't cover enough. It just covered one part of it. So for upcoming plan, we plan to working on the shopping cart and ordering system online. We gonna develop a registration form for the membership features later as well, and we gonna work on the back end setting up for the management behind the orders, the social media linking as well, the bug fixing and improvement for the better performance, and also tester and the user for review box as well. And thank you so much for listening to my explanation. I hope you find very well. And has ended. Okay.